really weird because I'm live on Instagram and on Facebook at the same time. Let me see if it works. I've never done this before. So if you are on Instagram or on Facebook, can you please let me know if it works and if you can hear me well, because I actually love to do both platforms. So if it works, I'm really happy, and I can do all my live sessions both on Instagram and on Facebook. Or maybe if someone knows how to actually share a live session on both platforms, that might also be convenient, and then you don't have to use two cameras. So for this session, and you might have noticed that I'm not doing them every day anymore, because in a way it does require some energy and just a little bit the right mindset, and that's just I think very hard to do that every day. So I'm going to continue until the 14th proposition, and after that I'm only going to do them once a week, and that will be this moment. So that will be Wednesday around 7:30 in the evening in the Netherlands. And I haven't seen anyone saying that you can hear me, so I do hope that it is working. Okay, we'll see. We'll just we'll see if it works, and otherwise I will do this statement a second time. That's fine too. So the thing I want to discuss today is something I see all of the time, and it's people that are really committed to having a true connection with their horse, and are committed to giving them freedom of choice, and that do like the aspect of trying to stay away as much as possible from aversive pressure, but also the same people that say, well, I do want my horse to do what I want because I have this great training schedule in mind and it has to go my way. And I think that is very, very confusing for a horse. And the way I see it is that you don't have to stay away from aversive pressure in general. I would like it if it's possible, but to be honest, that's not possible. So even in Joy's daily life, I cannot prevent aversive pressure ever from happening. So I do have to be honest about that. However, I do try to separate it as much from her normal life without aversive pressure. So for example, I was going out for a walk the other day, and all of a sudden Joy got really over threshold, and it was very dangerous actually. It was very stressful, and I did have to use aversive pressure, because if I would leave her and if I wouldn't hold on to the rope, then really she would have been in France by now. So I did have to use aversive pressure, and it was an emergency. It was a situation that we walk a lot, so it's not that I made some mistake in judgment, but those things happen. And the thing is that in training you are in a completely different situation. In training you have thought about your setup, you have thought about your incremental steps that you want to reward. So that's how I try to stay away in training as much as possible, stay away from aversive pressure. In daily life, that's not always possible if you have an emergency or those things. But in training, and I think that's the big secret, in training we can set it up any way we like, and we can load, we can try to load a horse without pressure. But of course, when your horse has to go to the hospital right now, then we do whatever it takes to get your horse safely at the vet's clinic. But so that's the big distinction I make. When I'm in training, I really try to stay away from aversive pressure. When it's an emergency or when it's just a different type of situation, then, well, life happens, and that's fine in a way too. But I think training is the one place where I am so reflecting on my own actions, reflecting on my goals, that I know for sure that I can do it without aversive pressure. And yeah, so I think that distinction might make a proposition like this more clear. So when your vet comes and your horse has to stand still for a health check, yes, okay, so you do work with positive reinforcement, but in that moment your horse has to do what you want because it's for his or her health. But in training, I wouldn't say that I agree with the proposition, because I think in training a horse has to do whatever you together decide, and what's possible, what's safe, and what's just the right step for both of you to take. And it's not only that you can decide what your horse has to do because you are a human and because you walk on two legs. That's not possible, and that's not applicable to your relationship. So I would say yes with this proposition. In some situations it's true, and in others it's not. And now I hope that it worked, and otherwise I will record this Facebook Live another time. Is there anyone that is actually hearing me speak? Well, I don't know. We'll see. And if not, I will just do it again. Thank you for joining. Bye.